tags. A lot of tags are there. Some tags we already use, but some we did not use. So yesterday we try to create a small projects by using the tags which are present inside JSP. So two projects we already covered, JSP1 and JSP2. I guess it's already complete for you. Now today let's go with JSP3. And after that we'll be going with EL and JSTL, expression language and JSP standard tag lib library. I'll explain you today. And guys, by Monday, we will be completing with our advanced Java. Not by today. Why hurry burry? Let's try to complete it on Monday. Monday also very small concepts are there. Very small concepts. But basically Monday will be our last session for our advanced Java. Monday. All right. Online students, I want you to kindly please respond. Am I clear with this? One more time I am saying Monday will be the last class for our advanced Java. Please respond to me in the chat for me. Am I clear with this? Just listen. Let me just try to show you the code. Guys, I don't know whether you remember or not. In the starting days of our advanced Java only, I told you three phases. Phase one, I'll write the code. You'll write the code. Phase two, we both will write the code parallelly. Phase three, you don't need me. You will be trying to write the code automatically by your own. As a matter of fact, right now, if I'm showing you the code, just I'm not actually explaining anything. If I'm showing you the code, are you able to understand? Yes, yeah. This is form action. And actually, I'm trying to forward it to JSP, load.jsp, username, mail ID, phone number, and input type equal to submit. Name, you mail ID, you mobile. That's it. Now I'm trying to add it to Bean. Bean? Yes. Yes. You know what is the use of a Bean class? Bean class is a reusable component. What if we want to add the data into the Bean class directly from the JSP? We can do that. Generally, when you're speaking about Bean class, we'll be using setters and getters, na? Setters methods and getters methods directly in the Java file. But through JSP also we can do that. That is actually, if you want to do like that, just a second, give me a minute. All right, where? Ah, if you want to do like that, we need to use bean tags. Directly tag is available here for us for JSP. What are those tags? Use bean, set property, get property tags. So I want to show you that right now. Please observe here. Basically, this is our, just a second. Okay. This is our HTML. Which HTML? Input.html. From here, we are actually forwarding to load.jsp. Okay, let's try to open load.jsp. In load.jsp, okay, please concentrate correctly, okay? Just a second. Let me just try to explain about load.jsp. Hang on, just one more. Okay, now in load.jsp, what we are doing here, first we are trying to use the bean tag. Use bean tag, and I'm trying to use a class. What is that class name? Please tell me. User bean. You already know that user bean class. How to take that? I mean, do you remember there are four properties are there for a bean class? First one is implementing serializable. Second one is making all our variables as private. And third one is like providing setters and getters. And finally, last one is you need to write a public default constructor. That's it. I just took three normal variables, not related to database. Just normal variables I have taken. Okay. Now here from input.html, from input.html, I'm actually sending my action directly to load.jsp. In load.jsp, just leave. Now here I'm using use bean tag. There are three action tags are there. What are those? Use bean, set property, get property. What is the use of this use bean tag? It instantiates or retrieves the bean class object. Okay. So here, what I am doing here, ID, normal ID, name, just like a name, identifier. Are you understanding me? ID class. Where is our bean class present? Com.pack1. I'm trying to give the fully qualified class name. And I'm giving the scope for this bean class also. When you're speaking about scope, basically there are four scopes will be there. Just what are those? Application scope. Application scope means servlet context. For context, the implicit object is application, na? Application scope, page, just one page. From one page to another page. Page scope. After that, request, servlet request. After that, session, HTTP session. So we can use any of these. Actually, I'm using session. Okay. Now, after that, set property. Set property. Literally, the name itself is self-explanatory. I'm trying to set the property. Okay. For which variable? I'm trying to set the property for username. And I'm just trying to give the parameter as uname. And this username, it is present inside usebean. The ID is UB. That's it. Like that, username, user mail, and user mobile. That's it. And I'm actually trying to set the property. Set the properties. Remember that. After that, details added to the bean successfully. Now, my question is, sir, property means you're speaking about instance variable names. Okay, I got it. But what is this param? What is this? Why you have given uname, UMID, and UMobile? Buddy, these are the names which we have given in our HTML. Generally in servlet, we will be using request.get parameter. Yes or no? Right now, what we are doing, we are not using any request.get parameter directly. We are using param tag parameter. And what is it? Username. After that, UMID. After that, UMobile. Kindly please do remember whatever the names you are giving, exactly the same names you need to give here. Otherwise, you will be getting null pointer exception. You know this. You know this. Am I clear with that? Online students, I want you to kindly please respond to the chat for me, guys. Are with us. For whenever you are giving property, you need to give your instance variables names. Parameter, you need to provide your names. I mean, in your HTML, you will be giving the names. Na? Generally in servlet, how we'll be trying to access it? Request dot get parameter. Here, just I'm trying to give the parameter name, and this is my bean ID. That's it, not more than that. Now, after that, details added to the bean successfully means whenever this load.jsp is executed, whatever the data which we are giving here, username, mail ID, phone number, those values will be assigned to our variables. I am not calling setters or getter methods. Am I calling any setters or getter methods? No, I'm not calling. I'm just using my bean tag. Then come on, this is actually an action tag. Whenever you're writing this param, automatically the values will be set to these variables. Please tell me, am I clear with that? Respond. Okay. After that, we are coming to view.jsp. View. After completing load.jsp, I'm using an anchor tag, just normal anchor tag, and I'm forwarding it to view.jsp. Here, I already set the values. In view, what I need to do? Get the values. So which bean, user bean, UB, okay. Which class? Same class. Scope is session. After that, here previously what we are using? Please tell me, guys. Previously what we are using? Set property. Right now what we need to use? Get property. Property name bean. As it is same. The only difference is here we are setting the properties, and here we are getting the properties. Now, if I'm trying to execute, right click, run on server. Give me a minute. Let me just try to console. Okay. Username, Kishan, mail ID, phone number, add to bin, details added to the bin successfully. I already set the values. The only thing is get the values, just view details. I'm able to get the data. See, Nana, without using JSP, actually the best way is servlets, setters and getter method. That's actually the best way. But what I want you to show is without using servlets also, we can do this directly by using JSP, setting the properties, getting the properties. Is that clear? Come on, go ahead, please. Actually, right now, no one is using this. Outdated. But you are supposed to have an idea. That is the reason I just want to show you this. Please carry on. In fact, actually, hang on. JSP also will not be using very frequently in your real time. You'll be using React JS. That is another scenario. Come on, go ahead. Create a project. Make sure to add your servlet API and Monday onwards, morning 7:30, I'm starting one more new batch, full stack Java. If any one of your friends are there, feel free to refer. If it is okay for you, no pressure. Are you going to refer? Or else you'll say, don't join Kishan sir class. No. Please make sure that the import statements. Training as expression language in JSP. On the board, please. Eyes on the board. Generally, whenever a client is sending a request, how he'll be able to do that by using index.html. I'm speaking about just simple imagine login page. Don't make it complicated. Just simple login page. Login page means obviously we'll be using form action, and from the index.html that request will be going to the servlet program. From the servlet it will be coming to the JSP. Basically servlet is used to process the request, handle the request, accept the request, process the request, and generate the response, as simple as this. In that servlet programming we are having a lot of objects. We know servlet context, we know HTTP session, cookies, servlet request, servlet config, servlet response, all we already covered. We will be able to set the attributes. A means attributes. We'll be able to set the attributes on servlet context. Three objects. You know that, right? What are those? Servlet context, HTTP session, and servlet request. We'll be able to set the object and set the attribute. We'll be able to give the initialization parameters for servlet config. And of course, we'll be able to give the parameters for servlet request and cookies also. Did you remember that? We already covered all these. Coming to JSP, please tell me how many implicit objects are available in JSP? 9. Absolutely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 implicit objects. Basically, like config, request, response, out, exception page, page context, application session. Now, all these objects are working like an alternative for servlet programming. We guys already know that. Please tell me, respond. Yes. Now, when you're speaking about expression language, EL means expression language. Basically, expression language is a powerful feature which is added to JSP to manipulate our objects much more easily. very easily we'll be able to work with the objects. Totally, there are 11 expression objects are there. Expression language objects are there. Application scope, similar to servlet context. In JSP for application, for in JSP for servlet context, what we are having? Application. Nana, are you understanding me? Right, tell me one thing, Ra. Servlet context. Generally, where we will be using the servlet context in the servlet. Java page, servlet. Yes or no? For that servlet context, similar object is available in JSP. What is that object? Application. Application. Respond. Where we will be writing this application inside the scriptlet tag in JSP. Scriptlet tag. Come on. Gonna? Yes, sir. Going, go, gone. Okay. One more time. Let me ask you a simple question. Did you remember what we can write inside the scriptlet tag? Enter any Java code. Java code. Inside the scriptlet tag, we will be writing application dot get attribute, request dot get attribute, session dot get attribute. We are able to write it now? Yes. Application or request or session. These are implicit objects available in JSP. Okay. Just like application, for expression language, we are having application scope. Just like session. In JSP, we are having session object is also there. Na? Just like session, in expression language, we are having session scope. Like that, init param, header values, cookie, param values, request to scope, page context. Like that, 11 objects are available in expression language. Now my question is, why? What is the use of this expression language? Why we need to use this expression language? Guys, tell me one thing. Application dot get attribute, session dot get attribute, out dot println, where we will write all these lines of code inside the scriptlet tag. Yes or no? Please tell me. We can completely eliminate that scriptlet tag. Eliminate. No need to write the scriptlet tag. Completely eliminate that scriptlet tag by using JSP standard tag library. By using this JSTL, we will be able to completely eliminate scriptlet tag. And whenever you are using this JSTL, we will be using expression language to get the data. Nana, for example, context dot set get attribute. We need to write this context dot get attribute 100% inside a scriptlet tag. You need to respond. Are you understanding me? Context, sorry, application, my mistake, sorry. Application dot get attribute. Application is the object for servlet context. Na? Please respond. One more time. I'm speaking about JSP. Online students, are you following me? Online students, please respond to me. Are you following? Come on, please respond, please respond. Okay, now for servlet context, what is the object available in JSP? Application. Application. Application dot get attribute, where we need to write that application dot get attribute inside the scriptlet tag. Now, what I'm trying to say is by using JSTL, completely we can eliminate that scriptlet tag. Okay, sir. If we are eliminating the scriptlet tag, how to get the attribute? For example, I set the attribute on context, or else I set the attribute on request, or else I set the attribute on session. How to get that attribute? We will be able to do that by using JSTL. And JSTL will be using expression language. For example, Just for example, let me close. Don't make it complicated. Very, very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. Just let me try to. Okay, Ra. Any doubt here? And first to look and then say, come on. Without even looking, you are saying no. Form action, display. Oh, okay. We are dealing with servlet. Right now we're dealing with servlet. Yes or no? Okay. Enter the name, input type, text, input type, submit value display. Okay, okay, okay. Now tell me, after this, what I need to open? Servlet. And servlet means here controller servlet. Okay, I just wrote controller servlet like this. Okay, now if you check this, okay, controller servlet extends HTTP servlet, and I'm using do post, overriding the do post. And after that, just let me try to get back here like this. Do post. What is happening here? I'm actually trying to get my servlet context. After that, I'm trying to get my session. Now, tell me what is happening in line number 22. Setting the ATT attribute on servlet context object object. Servlet context object. What is happening in line number 23? Setting the attribute on HTTP session object. Yes or no? Please tell me what is happening in line number 24. Setting the attribute on request, request, servlet request object. Fine, fine. Now my question is, how to get this attribute in display.jsp? Application dot get parameter, get attribute. Application. See, this is a context now. Online students, are you following me? If possible, I request you to kindly please respond to the chat for me. Please respond. Please respond. My question is, we are actually setting the attributes, Nana. Now, in display.jsp, how to get the attributes? Generally, what we'll be doing, we'll be going to display.jsp. First, we'll write a center tag h1. After that, scriptlet tag, eyes on the board. We'll write scriptlet tag. Inside the scriptlet tag, we will be writing, for example, I want to get this attribute. Hang on. Let me just try to, for example, I want to get this attribute application dot get attribute, and inside that I'll be giving A. Yes or no? After that session, same session dot get attribute, I'll be giving B. After that REQ means REQ request, directly request dot get attribute respond. And after getting that, I'll store that in some string values, and by using out.println. Do you remember that? By using, no, seriously, please tell me. Are you remembering the code? By using out.println, actually, we easily will be able to print the data. That's it. Generally, that is how we will be writing, right? Now, online students, I want you to kindly please respond. Up to now, is it clear for you? Online students, if you say yes, then only I'll be able to proceed. Otherwise, I cannot. Up to now, is it clear for you? Okay. Now, let me open my display.jsp. I'm trying to open display.jsp. Okay. My first question. There is in line number 13 only scriptlet tag is there. Yes or no? Tell me. Only line number 13. That's it. Not more than that. Basically, in line number 13 also, I'm trying to set the attribute. That's it. Now, if you observe, anywhere am I using a scriptlet tag? No, I'm not using scriptlet tag. Basically, what actually I'm trying to use here, I'm using JSTL. In JSTL also, just let me, in JSTL, basically what is this JSTL? JSP standard tag library. In JSTL, there will be mainly 5 tags will be there. Core tag, normal values means how to get the values, how to return the values, how to print the data. Normal tags, core tags. Function tags, maximum all the string methods. String methods. Tell me a few examples for string methods. String class, I'm sorry, string class methods. Substring, concat, length, equals. Generally, these are the methods which we'll be using in our projects. Na? Nana, I already told you there are 2 types of data types in general. Primitive data types and referenced or non-primitive or user-defined data types. In all these data types, what is the most frequently used data type? String. Most frequently used primitive data type is int, but most frequently used data type is string. Sir, why, sir? Why? Because if the data is present in string format, you know that we will be able to manipulate the data according to our requirements. We can convert the data into any data type basically by using parse methods. We can split the data. You know that we can pass that every character as a parameter. We can convert that entire data into bytes. Am I, are you understanding me? So core tags, normal tags will be there. Just let me try to show you. Core tags means printing the data, importing, setting the values, removing, try, catch, just normal data. When you're speaking about function tags, maximum all the methods which are present in string class. I hope you're observing this. Respond. String class methods will be available inside function tags. And formatting tags, obviously these are used to just for formatting the data. And XML tags and SQL tags, these are mainly used in Spring. Not exactly right now. Not exactly right now. Okay. Now, these are all JSTL tags. Whenever we are using JSTL tags, we need to use expression language. In expression language, totally how many objects will be available? 11 objects. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, please observe here. Now, please observe here. C colon set. Basically, this is okay. Let's go from here only. This is the starting value, starting tag. This is the ending tag. This is the starting tag. This is the ending tag. Now, what is the tag I'm using? Set. What is the use of that set? Let's see. Please check this. Please tell me. No, literally speak. Tell me, read it aloud. It sets the value to a variable. Okay. What is that variable? A. For this A, for this A, I'm actually trying to get the value from my servlet context. Don't get confused. Now, Nana, eyes on the board, Ra. Eyes on the board. In line number 23, what is happening? Setting the attributes on servlet context. Generally, when you're speaking about normal way, how what we'll do, we'll write a scriptlet tag. Inside the scriptlet tag, application dot get attribute. After that, we need to typecast it into string, and then we'll be using that value, yes or no. But right now here, value. What is that value? I'm using expression language, application scope. What I told you, application scope is similar to application, which is similar to servlet context. Yes or no? So directly I'm using application scope dot a. What is the value of application? I mean, this a 100. That 100 will be stored inside this variable a. It's not mandatory. I need to go with a, b, c, d only. You can go with any values, just like a key. Am I clear with that? Now, here, session scope. We have set the attribute on HTTP session. That attribute I'm trying to get here. Session scope dot b. This b means whatever the value, whatever the key you are having here, same key you need to give here. Are you getting me? Please respond, right? For example, just let me, okay, Windows or Notepad. Generally, if I want to get this context attribute, what I'll be doing first, I'll be going with a scriptlet tag. After that, what I will write sorry, APPLICAT1 application dot, please help me. ATTRIBUT get attribute. Here, what I need to write? I need to write A na? I'll be writing A. After that, just let me try to equal to string A. Can I write like this? String A equal to like this. And after that, what we need to do? We need to typecast. Same line, exactly same line. I'm not writing this scriptlet tag. Simply, I'm going to write just like this tag C colon set variable. I can go with any name. For example, I can go with num1 also, no problem. I can go with num1. After that, value. For this variable, I need to set the value, right? So what is the value I'm giving? I'm trying to get the value. Just let me try to use double quotes, dollar, where is this dollar? After that, APPLICATION application scope dot, what is the name here? A. Same name I'm going to give here like this. Now, inside this A, what will be the value? 100. Inside this num1, what will be the value? 100 only. In the place of num1, can I write A? Same code here also. Whatever the values which I'm setting here, I'm trying to get those values by using expression language. Let me just try to uh, expression language. Basically, this is the syntax. Dollar, open braces and close braces. Inside that, we will be writing application scope, session scope. Please check this example. Application scope dot attribute name. Whatever the name we have given in the servlet. Are you understanding me? Same as it is same. And then after getting the values, simply I'm going to print. Generally, what I'll be using out.println double quotes colon. Will be writing like that, na? Instead of that, simply out value. What is the value you want to print? Okay, let me just try to go here and okay, just a second. Here, out. Out. What is the use of this? It displays the results of an expression, just like a expression tag. Are you getting me? Now here, what I want to, I just want to display the values. That's it. Now let's try to execute here. Right, sorry, here. Right click, run on server, remove all, finish. Give a click on OK. Oh, why it's not? Just a second. Let me check my console in web.xml. Did I give input.html? Let me check. Oh, sorry. My mistake. What is this? Input. INPUT. Input.html. Save it. Right click. Run as. Run on server. Give a click on next and finish. Okay. Fine. Enter the name. Kishan. Display. Why? Just a second. No, I already, actually for this, we need to add a jar file. We need to add a jar file. I think I already added the jar file. Let me just try to, yeah, I already added JSTL jar file. Let me check for one more time. Yeah, it's already deployed. JSP, JSTL core. It's already there. Okay, we'll do one thing. Let me clear JSTL. Let me just try to add in the lib folder. Let's check. I told you sometimes Eclipse will not be able to identify the jar file. Let's see. Is it working? Run on server, localhost, finish. That's it. See, previously also I added jar file already added. We need to use one special jar file for this. What is that jar file? JSTL. We need to download that. And after downloading, make sure to add the jar file in the project build path and just copy paste the jar file in the lib folder also. Sometimes our Eclipse will not be able to identify. First, please open Google. Oh, you already opened the notes now? Just a minute. Please note down some point for me. Just a small point. Just a small point for me, please. Expression language. Expression language is a powerful. Please keep the next setting as JSTL. Oh, sorry, one more small point. In expression language or in EL, there are library. JSP standard tag library. Not a small point for me. Tags, formatting tags, XML and SQL tags. Not done. Please. Please, please, please. Can you, if possible, I request you to kindly please open Google. Open Google. My phone is opening Google. When I say Google. Okay. Now I want you to enter JSTL, JSTL 1.2 jar download. JSTL 1.2 jar download. You will be having an option. The very first thing, Maven repository. Can you see that? Maven repository. Give a click on that. Java x.servlet JSTL 1.2. Give a click on that. And can you see this? Yes. Here, no one is responding. Right? Can you see that? Okay. Now there is an option here. Can you see files? You are having a jar file, something like 404 KB. Jar file 404 KB. Give a click on that. Please give a click on that jar file 404 KB. Automatically that jar file will be downloaded in your Eclipse. I mean, in your downloads folder. Please go to that downloads folder. It will be like a zip folder actually, or else is it like normal? Can you see like this? Or else a zip folder, normal jar file. Cut this jar file, keep this in your DB jar folder. Cut, just cut it. Right click, cut, go to DB jar folder, paste it here. Just paste it here. That's it. Done? Okay. All right. Now, again, go to your Eclipse, please. Eclipse, create your project, add this jar file. Make sure to add servlet API also. Please make sure to add the servlet API also. Pragya, just did you download the jar file, Amma? Okay. After downloading the jar file, please cut that jar file, cut, and keep that jar file in your DB jar folder. In your desktop, you are having DB jar folder now. In the DB jar, you are having your database jar file, you are having Servlet API jar file. Paste this jar file also. Okay. Yeah. After that, create a project and add the jar file. How many jar files you need to add? Two. First one is Servlet API. Next one is JSTL 1.2 jar. And make sure to copy that JSTL 1.2 jar file in the lib folder. Okay. And after that, go ahead. This is input.html. After that, controller servlet. Go ahead. So this is controller servlet. This is display.jsp. Go ahead. Display.jsp. Make sure to write this tag lib. Otherwise, you'll not be able to get the data. Is display.jsp. You are, and as I said, Monday will be our last class for advanced Java. Guys, I want to know your opinion about our classes. How do you feel about our advanced Java classes?